I spent 60 days testing every AI personal finance tool available in 2026. I tracked my spending, ran my investments through them, stress tested their budgeting features, and even tried to break a few of them. Some of these tools saved me hundreds of dollars. One of them found a subscription charge I had forgotten about for 14 months. And a couple of them were so bad I actually lost confidence in my own finances just by using them. Here is my honest, unfiltered ranking of what actually works. Let me start with something most people get wrong. They assume the best AI finance tool is the one with the most features. That is almost never true. The best tool is the one you will actually use consistently. I kept that principle at the center of every single test I ran over those 60 days. So, let me walk you through the rankings from the tools that genuinely move the needle to the ones you should skip entirely, starting at the top. The clear number one tool in 2026 is Monarch Money. This is not a sponsored mention. I paid for it myself. At $14.99 per month or $90 per year, Monarch is the most complete AI-powered personal finance dashboard available right now. The reason it wins is not just the budgeting. It is the way the AI actually learns your habits over time. After about 30 days of use, it started predicting my monthly shortfalls before they happened. It flagged that I was trending $212 over budget in dining by the 11th of the month. That kind of proactive alert is worth more than any spreadsheet you could build yourself. Monarch also handles net worth tracking, investment oversight, and shared finances for couples. The AI categorization accuracy is sitting at about 94% based on my own testing, which means far less manual cleanup than older tools like Mint ever managed. Coming in at number 2 is Copilot Money. This one is Apple ecosystem only, which immediately limits the audience. But if you are on an iPhone and a Mac, Copilot is genuinely beautiful and genuinely smart. At $13 per month, the AI transaction insights are some of the sharpest I tested. It identified a pattern in my grocery spending that I had never noticed. I was spending 31% more on Saturdays than any other day of the week. That single insight shifted how I plan my shopping trips and knocked about $60 off my monthly food budget. The subscription detection feature in Copilot is also exceptional. Within the first week, it surfaced 4 subscriptions I had either forgotten or not recognized by name. Total monthly cost of those forgotten charges was $47.93. That is $575 per year, bleeding out of an account without a second thought. Number 3 on the list is YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. This one has been around for years, but the 2026 AI upgrade changed everything. The new AI layer does not just categorize your spending, it builds what they call a forward-looking cash flow model. Based on your past 90 days, it projects your exact financial position 30, 60, and 90 days out. In my test, its 30-day projection was accurate to within $34 of my actual ending balance. That is remarkable precision. YNAB runs $109 per year. It is not cheap. But if you have ever bounced a bill payment or been caught off guard by a large expense, that projection feature alone can eliminate that problem permanently. Now, here is where things get interesting. I want to talk about the number 4 tool, but first I need to address something that almost changed my entire ranking. Around day 35 of my testing, I discovered that 3 of the AI tools I was testing were all pulling data from the exact same underlying data aggregator. That means even though they looked completely different on the surface, the account sync accuracy and the refresh speed were essentially identical. The differences I was seeing in their performance had nothing to do with their AI. They had everything to do with their interface design and their alert logic. This matters because a lot of the reviews you read online compare these tools as if they are built from the ground up differently. Most of them are not. Knowing that will save you hours of switching between apps chasing a difference that does not exist at the data level. Back to number 4. Tiller Money sits in a unique position. It is AI-powered, but it feeds everything into a Google Sheet or Excel spreadsheet. At $79 per year, it is the best option for anyone who wants AI automation, but does not want to give up control of their data. The AI handles the daily transaction import and categorization automatically. You wake up every morning to a spreadsheet that is already updated. The reason I ranked it 4th instead of higher is that the setup takes real effort. I spent about 3 hours in the first week customizing my sheets. Once it was running though, it ran almost perfectly. For self-employed people or freelancers tracking a regular income, this is genuinely the most flexible option on the list. Number 5 is Quicken Simplifi. This one surprised me. It used to feel bloated and outdated. The 2026 version is leaner, and the AI spending insights have improved significantly. At $3.99 per month, it is the most affordable, fully featured option available. If you are brand new to tracking your finances and you want to start somewhere without committing big money, Simplifi is the right starting point. Now, let me talk about the tools that did not make the cut, and more importantly, why. Several of the newer AI-only chatbot finance tools that launched in 2025 and early 2026 failed one basic test. They gave advice without context. When I fed one of them my actual spending data and asked for recommendations, it told me to cut my coffee budget. I do not have a coffee budget. I do not drink coffee. The tool was just running a generic script. That is not AI. That is a decision tree with a marketing budget. The other major failure category was security theater. 3 tools I tested claimed bank-level 256-bit encryption prominently in their marketing. When I looked at their actual data handling policies, 2 of them were selling anonymized transaction data to third-party advertisers. Read the privacy policy before you connect any bank account to any app. That step takes 10 minutes, and it matters far more than any feature comparison. Now, let me tell you how to actually get value out of whichever tool you choose, because picking the right app is only half the equation. The single highest impact habit I found across 60 days of testing was what I started calling the Sunday 10. Every Sunday, spend 10 minutes inside your chosen app reviewing the past week. Do not just glance at it, look at the 3 highest individual transactions. Ask yourself if each one was intentional. This one habit, done consistently, is worth more than any premium feature any of these tools offer. The second habit is to set one specific financial goal inside the tool the moment you sign up. Not a vague goal like save more money, a specific one. Save $200 by October 1st for an emergency fund. The AI and tools like Monarch and YNAB will actually track your pace toward that goal and alert you when you are falling behind. That accountability feature only works if you give it a real target. The third habit is to export your annual data every December. Most of these tools will export a full year of categorized transactions to a spreadsheet. That file is gold when tax season arrives, and it is also the clearest picture you will ever see of exactly where your money went. One more thing. If you are serious about building passive income streams and you want to start creating content around your financial journey, whether that is a blog, a YouTube channel, or digital products, Canva has added a suite of AI-powered design tools that make professional-looking content genuinely achievable without any design background. I use it for thumbnails and social graphics, and the AI resize and brand kit features save me at least 2 hours per week. There is a free tier to start and a pro plan at $14.99 per month. Worth exploring if content creation is part of your plan. Here is the bottom line. The best AI personal finance tool in 2026 is the one you open consistently. Based on 60 days and real money on the line, Monarch Money wins for most people. Copilot wins if you are deep in the Apple ecosystem. YNAB wins if you want the sharpest cash flow projections available. And Tiller wins if you want full data control without giving up automation. Pick one, set it up this week. Do the Sunday 10 every week for 90 days. I promise you will find money you did not know you were losing. If this ranking helped you, subscribe. I test these tools so you do not have to waste 60 days figuring it out yourself.